Hey, what's up guys, this is Astranox and I'm back from another Epic 7 video. So 3-man hunt, stage 11 of Wyvern. Let's go with the light fodder, the gold one. So this is not the best fodder that you want to use. You want to use the 3-star Phantasm. It is much better because if you're using the light one, it's gonna give combat readiness to the Wyvern whenever it goes. It's gonna give it 10% combat readiness, and you definitely don't want that to happen. I mean, especially when you're 3-manning the place. But I'm just gonna show it just for the first run, and also I'm gonna time this, see how long it takes. I'm actually curious. So I've been running these 3 heroes with a mix of other hero as the 4th, but I'm actually managing to do it with a fodder very consistently, so that's very good. I can just start leveling some 5-star fodders and promote some heroes to 6-star. The thing is, I mean, you might run out of fodders later down the line. You're gonna have to balance your adventures and your hunts, so you can actually gather some fodders. Even if you raise phantasms in the forests, I mean, you're still gonna need 2-star fodders to actually get those to 3-star. So I mean, there's no way around doing the adventures, and I'll be making some videos for how to actually farm friendship points. The best way to get friendship points, just get a bunch of fodders and a bunch of other stuff at the same time. So you should check those out. Just subscribe if you haven't already. So here it is. Like, if Angelica can actually like tank the damage up until the barrier and she's still alive during barrier, it's pretty much all good at this point. If she dies before the barrier, there's still quite a few runs where, I mean, in most cases, the Wyvern dies right after the barrier, or if Angelica's dead and the Wyvern is still quite healthy after the barrier phase, well, it could be that I just like failed the run at that point. But the success rate is actually pretty high. So I mean, Angelica needs to, she needs to rip first. That's the first thing. Now, as you can see, the Phantasm is still alive, so I mean, it's still giving combat readiness to the Wyvern. Look at it. Boom. There we go. It gave combat readiness. It is... There it is. When a non-ice elemental hero's turn ends, increase the caster's combat readiness by 10%. Alright, first run here. So here's the XP, very good, and here's the breakdown. Now, that was actually 3 minutes 25 seconds, something like that. Let me replace this thing. I have enough 4-star max level, so I'm just gonna go with building some more 3-star max. And let me reset my counter here, and here we go. But yeah, I'll show my gear at the end of the video, so it gives you an idea of how much health and defense do you need on your Angelica. And Taranor Guard, I make him faster than Alexa, because of course you want him to apply defense down before. I mean, there's probably a speed difference of 30 something. Alexa, her strength really is first, well, you've got Daydream Joker on Alexa and Taranor Guard, which deals a ton of damage because the Wyvern has almost 140,000 health. So Daydream Joker at plus 30 enhance, it deals 3% of the target's max health. It is reduced by the damage mitigation of it depends on how much defense the target has, but when you apply defense down, it reduce the target's defense by 70%, which is insane. So it roughly like doubles your damage output against the target, and it's very, very effective combined with Daydream Joker. Daydream Joker scales off your, when you land a critical hit, it will scale off your critical hit damage. So you need as much as that as possible. You will need 85% crit chance on a ice element hero, so you're actually getting 15% crit chance for free when you're at elemental advantage. So only 85% crit chance, that is the sweet spot. So yeah, get as much crit damage as possible, and then it's basically how much speed you can fit in there. So the more speed, the more often you're gonna go, and the more damage you'll deal. Now Alexa, with her skill 1, she attacks twice in a row. If she lands a critical hit on the first attack, she's gonna attack a second time. So with 85% crit chance, she's always gonna do those double attack. You've got skill turned off on Taranor Guard, so he has defense down debuff applied as often as possible. You don't want him to use his skill 3 because it doesn't work. The Wyvern is actually immune to combat readiness reduction, so there's no point to turn Taranor Guard skills. And Alexa, you want her to have her skills off as well, so she keeps on dual attacking and proccing those Daydream Joker's attack. So another run here, 2 minute 40. That was a faster one. This is actually good if I can roll some speed in there. Alright, so just gonna do a last one here. I mean, I'm really glad I can actually run this. Now, this is another reason why building Alexa is not a loss, guys. You might be able to do 3-man with a mix of... I mean, you might be using some other heroes, but you will need more gear than these 3 heroes. That's the thing. So you have to account for that. And also, if you manage to do it, the success rate might not be as good as with these 3 heroes. You could be running 2 defense down breakers, 2 heroes that can apply defense down debuff. I mean, instead of Alexa, it could be Taranor Guard with Karen. It could be Taranor Guard with Luna, but I mean, Luna is not that great for if you rely on if you try to rely on her for to have a high uptime on your defense down debuff. That's not going to be the hero that you want, basically. Like Taranor Guard with just a 75% chance on his skill 1, the fact that he can dual attack and you put him on high speed, it is very effective having him as, I mean, he's a very reliable defense down debuff applier. So I mean, he has to be part of the core. He's so easy to obtain as well. I mean, you could be very unlucky and not get him, like my I mean, me getting Kyrus, it took 130 something days to actually get her since global launch. That was pretty crazy. But what you can do, since there's Mystic Summon now, you can just save up your Mystic Summons and just wait for Taranor Guard to appear in the rotation and just go for it when he's there. There you have it. And also, of course, Angelica. I mean, I know not everyone has her, but I mean, this video, of course, I'm using her, and I mean, as a free-to-play player, I can't just like... There's so many group compositions I want to try, really. There's so many heroes I want to build, but I have to just build them in an order of priority. Now, Angelica died, but there's still hope if Taranor Guard actually applies defense down here. Nope, he didn't. Okay, wait. That's not going to be enough damage. That's going to actually be a fail. Yeah, no defense down again. That's what happens. That's what happens. But you still see that. Wow, even like, really, Taranor Guard? But yeah, you saw they actually broke the barrier still. It's just wasn't quite enough. So you cannot have 100% success rate in most cases for these runs, but it's still like, you don't lose energy. You don't lose energy if you fail your run. So I mean, might as well take a risk. Take it. I mean, it's not even a risk. That's just time loss, basically. I mean, especially if you're a free-to-play player, you're not gonna have infinite energy. So basically, try to make the most out of them, out of these energy points, and maybe try to run like a setup similar to this, or like Angelica with 2 damage dealers. I would prefer 2 defense downers because, of course, combined with Daydream Joker, it's very effective at melting the Wyvern's health pool. But like, let's say Kisei, for example, I mean, if you don't get to the barrier phase, if you kill the Wyvern before, she's not actually using that extra damage because she has to attack a target that has barrier. But she could be the one, like she could be with Taranor Guard, and she could, I mean, do it for you. She could actually break the barrier in time. If your Angelica is tanky enough, if she can keep on sustaining herself. The thing is, if you have her alive up until the barrier phase, during barrier she will be able to bring her health back up. I mean, potentially topping herself back up, and then you're good to go for another round of attacks. And you'll slowly chip away at the boss's health, and you'll eventually kill the Wyvern, the Wyvern, sorry. So yeah, Kisei could definitely be a hero to help you do it in a 3-man setup. It's just Alexa with the double attacks. It's very hard to actually do it. I'm sure if I just bring Kisei here and I just put, I mean, I guess I would have to put the gear of Alexa onto her, but still, like it's not gonna do it. It's gonna do it if my Angelica can actually reliably survive up until the barrier. Actually, I could do it. I could actually do it, but the runs where Angelica dies, I think it's not gonna be good enough because the boss will still be pretty healthy. Alexa is just doing so much damage, like before barrier, during barrier, after barrier. So really, I'm gonna have to take 2 rounds of barrier, I feel like, if I'm not using Alexa. Anyways, here's the gear. Skill ups, I want to, of course, bring that thing to +3. I mean, it's 15% damage increase, and it actually scale, like it's gonna increase the damage of Daydream Joker as well. So to me, it's worth doing. And not only Alexa, I use her in Wyvern, but I use her in raids, Labyrinth raids, in a high morale team. So it's actually worth it for me to do it. So here's the stats, and the gear. Just pause if I go too quick. And of course, Daydream Joker. I would put Daydream Joker, your best one, on Alexa if you're running Alexa, of course. And I mean, your second best will have to go on Taranor Guard. Skill ups. I'd like to bring this to +5, but I mean, I can do it without having to do the skill ups. Alexa is just gonna make the runs more reliable, and yeah, it's gonna make the runs faster a bit too, and it's gonna help out in the raids. Finally, Angelica. Prophetic Candlestick really is so strong for her. You could use Water's Origin on her. Try to you have to, I forgot how much health you actually need to lose. Oh, you need to lose 20% of the Soul Weaver's health that carries it, and then you will be healed for 8% of your health. So you're only really taking 12, well, it depends how much health you've lost. Let's say you lost 20, I mean, you're gonna actually get healed for 8, so you actually lost 12. If you lose 21, you're gonna get healed for, I mean, you're still gonna get healed for 8 only, so you're still taking 13 damage, 13% health and damage. Alright, so the gear. Stats, skill up, sorry. Gear. You can't really rush to build like a trio like this. I mean, it depends. Like if you're early game, if you started not too long ago, it can definitely be a goal. of yours, but I mean, you can't just rush into it. It's gonna take time to get those items, get them to plus 15, get those artifact powered up. You don't necessarily need plus 30, but I mean, every small bit, like everything counts. Everything counts. The thing is, you could like do it much earlier than me. It's just your runs might not be too reliable. But the thing is, as long as Angelica is surviving, as long as she's surviving, you're pretty much good to go. I mean, the Wyvern's damage is gonna go up over time. Yeah, every time the Wyvern does barrier, its damage goes up slightly. So I mean, in 2 rounds of barriers, you should be able to knock down this Wyvern, this Wyvern, and yeah, just make sure Angelica can actually survive. Try her with Water's Origin if it's not working out with Prophetic Candlestick. If you don't have enough speed, you should definitely use Water's Origin, because I mean, she might not be able to go too often to heal herself. So I mean, Water's Origin will be the artifact that will do the bulk of the work to keep her alive up until that barrier phase, and then she's gonna be able to heal herself back up. Maybe not fully, but a good portion of her health will be restored. So yeah, these stats, they've been working for me, but it's still not enough. Like, even with that speed, it's just not enough, because you're actually losing combat readiness every time the Wyvern attacks you. So you're losing 10%. That's triple attack, so that's 30%, and the Wyvern is actually quite fast. So yeah, I've shown the gear, I believe. If I didn't, well, there it is. I've been swapping gear over time, but yeah, it's working out. Even if you go with the health percentage boots, it's that's what I was running for a while. It was working actually quite well, but if you can manage to get like high speed main stat and like some health percentage and defense percentage substats, it's definitely gonna help. It's just a matter of having frontliner that can tank. If you have enough damage, of course, you can do it with 3 heroes and not even have Angelica. But I mean, you're gonna need some crazy gear. You're gonna need some crazy gear for your if you're using a knight, let's say you're using Crozet in front, you're gonna need a lot of gear, and you're gonna have to probably rely on those attempts where your damage dealers are going in perfect sync with like Taranor Guard landing his defense down all the time, and Alexa is like, I mean, if your speed is tuned and you're, let's say you're running Taranor Guard and Alexa will have to attack always after Taranor Guard, and yeah, you're gonna have to rely heavily on those defense down. Or I mean, if you're missing one, it could be like just a failed run right there. Well, you saw like how it can be sometimes. Like with my Taranor Guard, he actually like kept on failing those to apply those defense down. The thing is, it's not 100% chance to apply it. So yeah, I mean, it could be a mix of you getting resisted, or it could be that you just got. I mean, it was just that 25% that just didn't trigger it. But you need 55% effectiveness against the Wyvern. It has 70% effect resistance. You can only counter 55% out of those 70. There's always 15% chance of missing. So even if you have 55 or even more, there's still 15% chance that you're gonna get a miss there. And so yeah, there's that to keep in mind. So yeah, but you don't lose energy if you die, so it's all good. It's all good, guys. You just keep on doing it, and as long as you're getting some successful runs and you're getting that XP, it's always a win on top of course, all the other drops. As long as you can do, I mean, you can have a few successful runs, it's all good. Unless you're on the, like, you really need to spend that energy. I mean, you don't have time in your day to actually burn your energy, then I mean, go with a normal quad setup without a fodder. But it is really worth it if you can manage to run 3 3-man plus fodder. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks for watching. It was long, sorry. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. Press the bell icon if you'd like to be notified whenever I release a new video. And check out my other videos. They should be on the screen now if you're still struggling. I have different group composition. I'm talking about other group compositions that are very free. I mean, they are free to play, friendly, and yeah, I mean, I have some group composition I talk about that heavily relies on all those connection heroes. And yeah, I mean, just check those out if you're still struggling, guys. All right, peace out for now.